Alright, comrades, it is Mikhail here. We are now going to start the 6th stage here in when Elegies are ashes. Damn, that's a long ass. Okay. What? Huh? Wait. So, how? Huh? I do not understand how this stage works, but I'm so close to getting Edgy ready over here, so we gotta keep using her, you know, get her trust up and stuff, just like Iblana here. Only 18, man, it's not enough. Still, both of them are 18. That's illegal. Anyway. Oh, read. So you won't go to the city even to perform a fire returning ceremony? What you described is highly unusual. You cannot simply take your word that the residents are no longer among the living. Besides, the fire returning ceremony is just that, a ceremony. Do not expect it to be anything more than that. Well then you may return, Wakeswoman, and thank you for your help. You intend to go back to Nazarisi even without us? Morn and the others have settled in well, and I've done what Nemo's entrusted me so. My work here is done. Take care, Your Highness. I will. Damn. They won't help. The Red Dragon sets out in the direction from whence she came. Everything that happened yesterday seems but a distant shadow now. But also a tiny spark of flame. Return to the fire. Have you made up your mind to go to your death? The stranger? Good timing, sir. May I maybe talk, if you will help me? Did your Red Dragon history lessons ever teach you about a poor wretch by the name of... What? Oh my god, I forgot how I decided to say his name. I forgot! I'm gonna call him Fetch. That's a... Fetch is a cool... Fetcher, that's a Rainbow Six Siege operator. Yeah, we'll call him Fetch. That's cool. Excuse me? I'll take that as a no. After returning to the palace for the first time in years, he never had the chance to see his brother before the gods took him away and plunged the sword through his chest. I know the story. Then why are you so eager to follow in his footsteps and have history remember you as a fool? Leave. You've seen your sister and you're still alive. In that, you've already achieved more than he ever did. The story of Fetch and Eilil is not the story of me and Iblana. Fine. Let's say I was... Oh god. Oh my shit. Oh. Don't die. Wow. Breaking news. YouTuber dies in the middle of reading a story on Arknights. Anyway. Fine. Let's say I was willing to hear you out. What did you want to talk about? The city's fire returning ceremony. I just wanted to find someone to help with the preparations, but you seem to know a lot about history and tales of terror. So I was thinking you might be able to help. History? Tales? We can talk on the way, come. But that's not the way to the dark woods. Just follow me. It worked out for you in the woods, didn't it? He knows, man, he knows. Follow him. Go read. The ruins of the palace? I've been here before. It's dangerous. The originium-rich environment is... You said you wanted history and tales. What better place in Terra than this ancient Tenge expletive palace? Okay. The what palace? Ah, never mind. I appreciate your help in the woods, but I have important business to attend to. I don't have time to... And what's this important business? Dying for nothing? Sure, you're different from your sister. That dragon's flames may be cursed, but her personality is as typical as they come. Arrogant, leaving no room for any other voice. You may be better, but... I'm different from my sister, but she's not who you say she is. But however different you may be, conflict is in the nature of the Red Dragons, even if you were merely dragged into it. There is only ever one outcome. Only one may emerge alive. One of you will die sooner or later, so what's the hurry? Have patience, young dragon. We're almost there. Well, I have both of them as an operator now, so hopefully none of them die. We come here for this altar. Altar? You mean that thing in the middle? Isn't that the furnace? The furnace which fused together the weapons of every Terran soldier and overturned the fate of the dynasty. The furnace from which fallen soldiers were reborn. That's what you call it today, isn't it? Far more important than just another altar, to be sure. But an altar is an altar, even if it's a little bigger than the others. It was based on the ceremonial stone circle used to coronate the King Gale, and the palace was built around it. Whenever an old red dragon died, this is where the fire was returned to them. The fire returned? What you saw back at those Woodbrains camp. Gotta give them credit. They managed to remember all that, even centuries later. Fire returning wasn't just about a bonfire back in the day, though. By the time of the old hag... Stop! Make read? Sure. By the time the old hag Marguerite was enough for the siblings of the heir to the title of King Gale to put their hands into the fire and get a few blisters. Go back even further though, and those siblings would have been burned alive together. Or so they say. There's no hard evidence. Now you got even paler. He flicks his hand and a speck of purple flame flies from his sleeve, joining the same purple fire in the altar. The face breathes quietly, like an infant in its mother's embrace. Your flame is purple too? No wait, you're a Draco? Could you be? Awfully slow, aren't you? Well, it's too late to run. Put your hand in. What? You want Nazarisi to return its fire, didn't you? Put your hand in. The red dragon falls silent and stretches out her hand to touch the flame in the furnace. As expected, it is not warm, but to her surprise, it does not feel cold either. Now, I brought you here to see something. The tragedy of terror, the ill repute of the red dragons. It is simply the cruel cycle of fate repeating itself again and again. Like your sister, I was an aberration that breathed the flames of death. It is not my intention to disrespect the dead, nor could I even if I wanted to, but I wanted to show you the fate of those who die upon this land. Oh! Is this where we should begin? Understandable. Of all recent events, it is the most significant. It's him speaking. Your sister was right. Those who have touched the flames of death are beyond help. Yet the fire should not have spread so readily. What hatred did it take for the dragons to once again sire an ill-omened apparition? The first in 600 years. Oh, Colin in the background. Oh, shit. Ah, and him. If you ask me, he slept in far too late. Could hardly drag himself out of bed by sunset. Of course he became the sacrifice. Even you should not speak of the dead so lightly. Do not justify it as a sacrifice. You can only say that because you've seen too little. Those feelings will pass soon enough once you're used to it. See, here comes another sacrifice. The Victorians who killed you have been chased out. The last Victorian bastard died before my eyes. In a sense, your sister's dream did become reality. The Terrans have risen and the Victorians have fallen. Simple, direct, satisfying. Were you one of the bystanders too? Don't get caught up in that, child. You know what I am. Oh, we just read that story. Hell yeah. This, I don't recognize. Explain. It was a war. There are always wars. Be specific, Jesus Christ. Who did she incinerate and what land did she set her sights on? Victoria. Iblena wanted to take Terra back from the Aslands. This was the conclusion to that war. The Aslands. Those conceited bastards. But is she not facing a sarcasm? Never mind, the lions were the one who stole Victoria. That's all I need to know. Let's sail him over here. I don't need you to tell me what this is. Just as I can tell the expression beneath the mask. The satisfaction and joy that only appear on a red dragon's visage in the face of certain death. No, that wasn't joy. It was the opposite. The opposite. Maybe you were simply gravely injured and started hallucinating on the brink of death. But as I said, that's simply repeating the past. Cities may ride on wheels now, and the master of the realm has changed hands, but what's inside never changes. What is this, your home? Where did you learn to point your blades at each other? Who's this man? The Earl of Warwick, our foster father. The planner said he helped Terrans see hope. A hope they could see but never reach. That's all he ever did was drive thirsty travelers mad with mere arches. In his hand he held a delicate thread. On one end were the Terrans, who had rediscovered their name. On the other lay the oppressors who had trodden upon them for so long. That thread was my sister and I. Looking back, perhaps he was the first to be afflicted by the purple flame. Ha! Not only do you sympathize with your sister, but you also know her well. No wonder you're so loath to kill her. But I have no intention of becoming like her, nor will I simply allow myself to be killed. These events, this history you had me recall, what are you trying to tell me? That the history of Terra is nothing but the continuous accumulation of recombination of ruins of the past. What you have seen, I have too. Nothing new can be found within. What I see are not ruins, but the source of the flames. The flames in Nazareth are indeed my sister's fire, but they are also the great sorrow behind the bloodshed, left with nowhere to go. It was the war. No, the pain, the oppression, the things taken from them, which began long before the war. That's what lit the fire in their hearts. My sister shaped their sorrow into hatred, which scorched the fields of Terra and drove out the Victorians. However, without vengeance to cloak the sorrow, that same fire has come back to burn them. Burning away everything they have, until they are nothing but the walking dead. Hey, that's a show. A fine summary, child. But do you really think that returning the fire would solve all the city's problems? It's the only path before me. True, but how do you tread it? Come, we've seen your story, now see mine. Oh? Don't cry now, it's just a cloud beast. But I raised Greyclaw from when she was a baby. They say your fire is different, Tidy. You do not heal the living, but instead bring the dead back to life. They don't come back, it's just an empty shell. Even if it's just an empty shell, please, Tidy, I just want to hear Greyclaw's voice again. So the impulsive red dragon let his daughter's plea get the better of his judgment. After a few months, strange things began to happen, not just to the cloud beast, but to all the beasts of the pasture. Burnt beasts no longer ate grass. Cysty beasts no longer gave milk. The old refused to die, the young refused to live, and bare skeletons devoid of flesh began to roam the pastures. As the purple fire spread through the herds, the red dragon was forced to leave the pasture with his people. He made the same mistake many times throughout his brief existence. The purple fire spread through the herds? What about it? Your own dear sister dared to burn people with that same fire. Now that's crazy. How was the fire extinguished? You'll find out soon enough. This is the Citadel in Nazarisi? The same corridor? No, but your mistake is understandable. You simply took a large step back in time. This is how the palace you currently stand in looked 600 years ago. It's incredible how stonemasons centuries hence managed to perfectly recreate it in this Nazarisi of yours. Damn! That's impressive as fuck! 600 years and they still make the same building? That is impressive. That's over half a millennium. Dude, wow. So what happened here? Here. Fadge the fool had made too many mistakes, the likes of which you have already seen. He grew weak and felt his end coming. On the eve of Samhain, he came to see the brother he had not seen for 20 years, bearing the finest gifts his nomadic life would allow. He even convinced the druids of the city who oversaw the festival ceremonies to take him to his brother. Touched by his familiar love, they led him into the city, but he failed to realize when his guide's silhouette, voice, and demeanor changed, not until it was too late. He was taken to this very corridor and... Shit. Oh my god, okay. I doubt that Alil, who gave the order to assassinate his brother, was on that balcony on the other side of the door. For my eyes were wide open until the very end, but I never saw his fire through the gaps. Where did it all go wrong? Was he angry that the priest continued to treat me as royalty? Did he consider me leaving without a word 20 years earlier a betrayal? Or was it someone else who wanted me dead and he simply had no choice? I'll never know. Within this brief, swift act of violence, there was only one thing. Oh my god, the sword. There was only one thing that I had long known that I had never doubted. The Red Dragon never forgives. The hatred of the dragons is even longer than the history of terror. It just keeps... Oh yeah, they're stabbing him all over the place. Jesus, dude. That's brutal. But there is more I want to tell you. After I died, Elil ordered my coffin dragged through the city for all to see the end that befell me. And so purple fire raged through every posture I had stayed at with my clan. Life turned its back on all who touched it. Only death remained. 7 days later, the priest returned my fire to me at a clearing outside the dark woods. And only when the fire they returned to me was extinguished did the purple flames in the pastures begin to subside. It was only then that the last vestige of my consciousness that remained in the flames after death faded into darkness. All living things that touched the flames, people or beasts, were turned to ash. Your sister spoke true. The flames will continue to spread as long as she lives. Oh, fuck. So we basically have to kill the planet, bro. Okay. How are we going to... Okay. But she's a typical red dragon. She is not so noble as to give up her life to save those who have yet to survive. If she is riding your back, then it's certainly a trap. Run, call for help, yell, find someone who is her equal to extinguish that endlessly spreading flames. That is the only way. I mean, I have a few tough as hell operators on my land ship, but how are we going? We can't. We're not killing Yablana, okay? This is not good. But what if she has already decided that I'm the only one worthy to dance with her? What if I can't abandon the lives in the city to their fates as long as there is any chance of saving them? So you return the fire to someone who's still alive? Yes. And what if that doesn't work? Regardless, I'm going back no matter what. Huh. He's surprised. Silence, and then Lakshmi hears a sigh. I suppose stubbornness and stupidity really are hereditary. I like this dude. I like him so much, man. Okay, here we go. The Lost. Road silent. Yep, that's me. Eh? Ash creation? That's like a rapid go- What is that? Cannot be blocked. Simultaneously attacks 2 times. True form is revealed when inside your... Oh. So, creepy. Okay. Sure. Best copy. There we go. That is true. The best copy for the water clone is Mudrock. Let's rain death. I still don't know how we are. Okay. That thing is creepy as fuck. Look at how it. Nah, dude, that's creepy as fuck. Nah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay, yeah. That thing freaks me out, dude. I don't like it. What? What? Oh, they can move through. Oh, okay. All right, if you say so. Where's that thing going? It's just standing there menacingly. There we go. Boom. Boom. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. What the fuck, bro? No. Attack over here, you fucker. Fuck you, dude. Okay. Oh, I can't see it. Fuck. At least she's getting here. Bro! No, you don't. No, you don't. We need a distraction. Yeah, there we go. Fuck you. You fucker! Why didn't it? Oh, it couldn't reach? Oh, you fucker. I hate this guy so much. Wait, what? It can attack while it... Oh. Oh, I get it, I get it. Okay. I see, I see. That's so weird. Okay. Can I? I wonder if I can. Probably, right? Yeah. Good. Good. Oh. It left. Why did it leave? Okay. Whatever. Here, take this, bitch. Enjoy that. Leave! You fucker! Just leave! Oh my god. Motherfuck. Here. Burn, fucker, burn. God damn. Those things are annoying. This is far enough. We're already at the Wixman camp. Your sister roused me from my slumber. You could always return me to it with your own flames if you want. Read. Golden-haired Peril. Oh! Leaps off the back of a burnt beast and rushes toward the red dragon. The burnt beast is dragging an improvised cart with numerous long wooden boxes stacked upon it. Bridget? What are you doing here? Are those coffins? Yeah, coffins. Nemo said to bring them to the Wixman. Are they still in the ruins? So is there someone with you? I can smell that same burning stink. And I could swear I heard you talking just now. Oh, he left. No, I'm alone. These are dead folks. The type who'd pull their own arms out of their sockets to bite at their imaginary enemies if you grab their hand. Along with the poor wretches they tore to pieces. And Theo, Nemo's found him in the end. Oh, fuck. It's almost like this was a natural order of things. The bonfires will be burning brightest when the night falls on Samhain. The red dragon looks towards Nazarisi and sees a faint shadow in the distance, painting a silhouette of purple flames. We'll be out of coffins if this keeps up. Damn. This is not good. Oh, Nemos. I hope Bridget made it out of the city, and that the mist in the woods is thin enough for her to follow the trail. Blasted, Connor left a few unused weapons in his house. I can't let anyone see them. And this few explosives, Her Highness Lokshini might find use for them. No, what's the point when every servant in the citadel has already been afflicted by the purple flames? Besides, the greedy red dragon has already sent them away. Almost as if she's preparing for a showdown with Her Highness. Oh. Or setting a trap? Yeah. Who's there? Oh, it's the douchebag. It's that fucking asshole. Okay. Laurie, what are you doing here? You're Nemo's. Yes, I'm going through Colin's effects. If this isn't urgent, could I ask you to... Traitor. Have you gone mad? Oh, silly me, of course you have. We all have. Traitor. Good. Kill him, please. I still can't... Damn it! I still can't bring myself to kill them. Even if they might as well be dead already. I better drag this fellow back home. Could do without the unwanted attention. God damn it, Nemos, you had one objective. Phew. Nemos, don't mind me, I'll be on my way. What's that in your hand? Oh, nothing, just now if you'll excuse me. That necklace, it was a gift from Neos to Emma. I gave her bread. That's way more valuable than jewelry in times like these. She gave it to me. Did she now? A necklace she never takes off? It's none of your business. Oh, hello. Nemos, you stayed behind? I thought all the Dubliners left the city. Don't tell me you're one of those living statues now who refuse to move or talk. I might be soon. Why did you bring them up? Samhain begins tonight, so I went through the houses of the missing people and found plenty of good stuff for the party tonight. Samhain? Party? About Colin, well, he was already on his last legs by then, and I didn't really... Let's not talk about that. Look at all this stuff. It'll be a knife to remember. That's a Witcher 3 animation. Fucking amazing, if you haven't seen that. Anyway, the woman shows Nemos her bag, revealing a bottle of curded cysty milk, a few long since sprouted potatoes, and several bare bones. Just wait for me, Nemos, Colin. We'll have a fantastic Samhain. Only when the woman has already disappeared around the corner does Nemos remember who she is, a villager who once lived on the outskirts of Nazarisi. 2 years ago, the Victorians took her father away while investigating Dublin. The autumn festival had just ended and she had been preparing to celebrate the harvest festival. So she forgot who she was? Okay, that's not good. When Lakshini hears about the situation in the city, it exceeds her wildest imagination. I must go back. Now. Wait for me, I'll come once I've delivered these folks to the Wakesman. Are you sure about this, Bridget? It's dangerous in the city. If I fail, there may be no survivors. True, but I still gotta go. Why? Because it wasn't like this before. The city folk never had much to spare, but they always had a cup of water for me when I delivered their letters. They didn't see me as one of their own, but they didn't walk away with a sneer when I told them nomad legends either. They listened. And they definitely didn't bite, claw, or punch at people like they do these days. Like The Walking Dead straight from a story. It is a comic book, actually, The Walking Dead. Anyway, who will the nomads deliver letters for if the city dies for real? Oh. Okay. Moran. The second shipment of bodies has arrived from Nazaresi. I must make the preparations. At this rate, it won't be long until the third fall for more. Are we really going to ignore it? Okay. As I've told you many times, the Wakesmen do not take sides. It is not our decision to make. Are Nazaresians not Terrans too? Why are we standing on the side watching when the Terran capital is marching towards destruction? I know you came back with the Red Dragon. You fears you will meet the same fate as Fetch. But we were the ones to send Fetch to his doom. We are descended from the priests that was officiate the ceremonies of Terra's royal palace. Our ancestors, moved by Fetch's plea, welcomed him back into the palace when Eliel's stance was ambivalent, whatever that means. The flames of death that spread through the plains of Terra were only extinguished 7 days after his death, when our ancestors finally returned his fire to him. They then left the palace of their own accord, going into self-exile on Fetch's former pastures, so as to never forget the lesson. And thus the Wakesmen were born. I'm sorry, but Reed isn't Fetch, and history is not a cycle that repeats itself endlessly. If it were, Reed would have already died in that citadel. Even her tyrant of a sister was the one to free Terra from Victorian rule. Fates are often alike, but always differ where it matters most. Spit, Moran, spit. That was cooking right there. Oh, we're back here. Fates are often alike, but always differ where it matters most. What a wonderful tagline for the cover of the book. Surely this one is destined for the bestseller charts. Assuming, of course, that you are ever able to finish the story. I've never intended to profit off it. Oh, you will. If not in money, then in fame. The basis of the story, where it happened. There are more than enough reasons that this isn't my story to tell. Besides, what happens next? That's where I wanted to ask. Did Lakshini go back? From this point on, what I've seen, what I believe, and what I said all contradict one another. Which is why I've lost sight of the ending. Feel free to take up the challenge if you're up for it. Give this dance between the dragon and her reflection whatever ending you please. Oh, is it all the same if I tell it myself? Of course, ma'am. As you will it. The writer raises his mug, which is almost empty now, and toasts the woman before him. Once again he swallows the bitter brew, half expecting the sweet aftertaste that he knows will never come. Did I spook you? You got so polite all of a sudden. It makes me feel impertinent for even pressing the question. No, but I must make it abundantly clear that everything we have discussed until now is no more than idle chatter. You understand, don't you? The woman sits straight and does not say a word. The writer can only attempt to guess whether she is still smiling through the shadows. Shit! Oh, sorry about that. Thank you for anyone who said bless you. Anyway, well, what are you waiting for? I've nearly finished my drink. I've fallen into the same conundrum as you. If this is as far as both your references and your imagination go, how could I possibly put the Red Dragon's ultimate fate to paper? I've already said all I'm able to. I refuse to give this story an entirely fictional end. One that not even I could believe in. Even if the alternative is that there is no ending. If you don't have an answer either, then no need to waste your time here. Leave while it's still early. Is this because you do not remember, do not understand, or is it because you wish you never knew, never understood? What? What are you getting at? You've never lost sight of the ending. It would be more appropriate to say that your eyes have become clouded by too many creative liberties. Should I recount them for you? Treasures leading people into the darkness. Colin dragging the statue to the square by himself. And virtually everything related to the dark mist in the woods. From the rejection of Bridget to the food carts returning to the city on their own. To Lokshini becoming lost in the woods to the Brigader and the Bladders meeting in the city. If these creative liberties have created the contradictions in your mind, then it is my responsibility to set them on a path towards the ending. Shall I supplement the story with my own observations? I'll take that as a yes. Perhaps they will lead you to a conclusion you can be satisfied with. Okay, this is getting creepier and creepier, bro.
敵の選択肢をそぎ取り、無自覚のうちに袋小路に向かわせる。あまりにも見知ったやり方だ。本当に何もかも忘れたのか？遅かれ早かれ、お前も本来の自分と向き合うことになるだろう。せいぜい身の振り方を考えておけ。言っておくが、次は粛清の猶予期間を与えるつもりはない。
Okay, if anyone's scary, it's Ascalon, bro. I don't remember anything about the pretty lovely lady with pink hair. I do not remember. Oh. Shit. Oh, okay. We're getting... Oh. Wow, okay. We're getting an extra story next time. Okay, cool. Well, thank you for watching, comrades, so far. That was... Okay. We're getting to a climax. I can feel it already. Can't wait for next time. But for now, please do leave a like down below, comrades, if you enjoyed the story, and let me know what you think down in the comments as well while you're down there. And yeah. Oh, damn. We're getting to a creepy ending. I think it's gonna be very creepy. Definitely won't be good. But yeah. Let me know what you think. And if you enjoy the content and you want to see more from me, please do subscribe, comrades. That would be very much appreciated. And I'll see you tomorrow. And that'll be it for this time. Have a good one as always, comrades. And that's it, Anya.